You walk in, my world shakes loose. Red light, gold light, all on you. Every word is like a spark. Every look lights up the dark. I was cool till you came near. Now I want you everywhere. No more hiding, no more rules. I'm already falling through. Too close, too right, too late to fight. I burn for you. That's all I do. Every nerve, every night turns electric in your light. I burn for you. Wild and true. I was half alive before. Now I'm fire to the core. Even silence feels too loud when you move across the crowd. Everything I used to know, now's the second you get close. If this is danger, let it stay. I'd rather burn than fade away. I burn for you, still breaking through. Every locked part of me comes alive when you do. He still burn for you. I burn for you. My breath paints the glass in soft and fading lines. I trace your name again, like we still have the time. The heater hums the melody we used to share. Every circle I draw disappears into the air. One more breath, just to keep you here. Fog window high, you faded but you stay. Every trace of you still lights up this empty space. In the cold outside, our love won't wash away. Fogged window heart, you're with me anyway. The wipers try to clear up, my heart won't let go. But every street just brings another shadow. I keep the radio low so your voice can break through. Even when the night erases me and you. One more breath, just to keep you here. Fogged window high, you faded but you stay. Every trace of you still lights up this empty space. In the cold outside, our love won't wash away. drive with the windows down, past the edge of the sleeping town. Your feet on the dash, the moon on chrome, and every road already home. Let it hiss, let it bend, let the old refrain begin again. I don't need the whole past back, just enough to hear us laugh. Summer on cassette, still singing in the air. Not when you're dressed up, not when you're shining, not when the music plays and everything's exciting. I mean the version of you that forgot to brush your hair, eyes half open, shoulders heavy, saying I don't even care. That's when I love you most. I love you on a Monday, when the week feels like a war. I love you on a Monday, when you don't feel beautiful at all. You don't have to sparkle, you don't have to try. I love you on a Monday, and every ordinary night. You're stressed about tomorrow, you're replaying yesterday. You burned the dinner, cursed the weather, and told me go away. But I just sat there smiling, 'cause even at your worst, you're still the only person who makes life feel like it works. I love you on a Monday, when the week feels like a war. I love you on a Monday, when you don't feel beautiful at all. You don't have to sparkle, you don't have to try. I love you on a Monday, and every ordinary night. Saturdays are easy, anyone can love you then. But Monday at 6:30, when the whole world presses in, that's when it matters, that's when it counts, that's when I choose you over and over now. I love you on a Monday, on a Tuesday, on a Wednesday too. I love you on the days that don't feel like they love you. You're tired and you're human, and you're everything I need. I love of you on a Monday, and every day in between. Monday, Tuesday, every single day. Especially on the hard ones, especially then. You filled out a form last Tuesday, and you wrote my name without a pause. Not your mother, not your sister, just me, like there was no other cause. You slid the paper back across the desk, like it wasn't anything at all. But I held that line of writing like a quiet kind of vow. You don't know I noticed, you don't know it shifted me. Out of every soul you've ever held, out of every memory, you picked the name beside me, and you wrote it like a fact. Not a question, not a maybe, just the truth in black. I'm your emergency contact, and I don't take that lightly. I'm your emergency contact, the one they'd call at 3 a.m. politely. We'll earn it more and more and more. I keep my phone within reach now, even when I'm sound asleep, because somewhere in the universe you chose my name to keep. And if the world ever called me and said something fell apart, to you with the steadiest heart. I'm your emergency contact, and I don't take that lightly. I'm your emergency contact, the one they call at 3 a.m. politely. Space, and I will earn it more and more and more. That little blank line on a form people sign in haste said you trust me with your worst day, with your most unguarded face. You trust me with the version of you with no time left to pretend, the version stripped of every armor, the version reaching for a friend, and the friend is me. Somehow it's me. I'm your emergency contact, and it's the highest name I've ever earned. See are the one I'd call. You're always who I'd call. We've been in separate rooms for almost half the night, both waiting for the other one to say the words that make it right. My pride is sitting on my chest like a weight I chose to wear, but I keep hearing something louder saying, go to her, she's there. I'm sorry first, I don't care who is right. I'm sorry first, I choose you over the fight. My ego is gonna hate me in the morning, that's okay. I'd rather lose an argument than lose another day. I'm sorry first. I stand outside the door, rehearsing simple words, but sorry's heavier than concrete when you're swallowing your hurt. I hear you breathing softly, like you're crying just enough to not be heard through walls, but I heard everyone. I'm sorry first, I don't care who was right. I'm sorry first, I choose you over the fight. My ego's gonna hate me in the morning, that's okay. I'd rather lose an argument than lose another day. I'm sorry first. It used to be the hardest word, now it's the bravest one I know, because anyone can hold their ground, but it takes love to let it go. And every time I say it first, I don't get smaller, I get free. Saying sorry isn't weakness, it's the strongest part of me. I'm sorry first, come here, let me hold you tight. I'm sorry first for wasting half the night. We're both too stubborn for our own good, but at least one of us gave in. I'm sorry first. Now let's begin again. Let's begin again. I'm sorry first. I'll always be sorry first, because you're worth it. You're always worth it. The lamp is low, the record still, the air is full of almost will. Then your hello breaks the dark and leaves its gold across my heart. No one sees the room turn bright just from hearing you at night. Call me through the blue, and I will come alive for you. Past the static, past the ache, past every lonely choice I make. The line was thin, the feeling wasn't. 3:12, and the room goes blue again. The blinds are open just enough for one street light to cut the dark. Your old shirt hangs behind the chair, like memory still lives there. I don't move toward the phone, I know better than that by now. But every clock after 3 a.m. still knows exactly how to let your name cross the room without a sound, without perfume. 3:12 and still blue, that's when I remember you. Not as pain, not as flame, just as something late and true. 3:12 and still blue, when the night comes clean right through. Some loves never knock again, they just breathe inside the room. The radiator clicks in time with things I almost left behind. An old refrain from down the hall makes me feel the rise and fall. I used to think forgetting came like daylight through a window frame. Now I know some hearts let go in pieces, slow and beautiful. 1 hour, one thread, one life still not dead. 3:12 and still blue, that's when I remember you. Not as pain, not as flame, just as something late and true. 3:12 and still blue, when the night comes clean right through. Some loves never knock again, they just breathe inside the room. I won't call, I won't lie, I won't ask the dark for why. I'll just let the hours say what the daylight keeps away. 3:12 and still blue, every old thing turns to you. A little ache, a little grace, a little ghost I still make room for. 3:12 and still blue, and I make it through. But the night always keeps one soft corner shaped like you. By 3:30 I was awake and almost healed. Nothing in this world prepared me for the way you shine. You were my first light before I learned to fall. You were my first light, the softest kind of all. I didn't know that love could feel like waking up for real. You were my first light, and I remember still. We didn't promise anything, we didn't plan beyond the day, but something in the way we moved made forever feel okay. I wasn't brave, I wasn't sure, but you made the unknown feel pure. And nothing in this life is matched the color of that time. You were my first light before I learned to fall. You were my first light, the softest kind of all. I didn't know that love could feel like waking up for real. You were my first light, and I remember still. Some people search for fire, I found you in the glow, the kind that doesn't burn, the kind that lets you grow. You are my first light, and even after all these years, you are my first light. Through all the joy and all the tears, I didn't know that love is pure, could last beyond its time. You were my first light, and you will always shine. First light, you will always shine. I came in heavy with a list of things we needed to discuss: the schedule, the future, the weight that's piling up on us. You poured me water without asking, sat me down before I could start, and said, baby, before you say it, can it wait until the morning starts? Tell me tomorrow, said with the gentlest authority. Tell me tomorrow, like the night was something you'd protect for me. You didn't dismiss what I was carrying, you just gave it permission to rest. Tell me tomorrow was the kindest sentence I'd been gifted, the kindest in a long, long while. I had been bracing for an hour of dragging weight up from the ground. You let me lay my forehead on your shoulder without a sound. You didn't promise to fix anything, you didn't say it'd be alright. just said in this moment, we're allowed to rest tonight. Tell me tomorrow, said with the gentlest authority. Tell me tomorrow, like the night was something you protect for me. You didn't dismiss what I was carrying, you just gave it permission to rest. Tell me tomorrow was the kindest sentence I'd been gifted, the kindest in a long, long while. We live inside a culture that says hurry, solve, repair. You taught me love can be a pause, a held breath in the air, a gentle note of urgency, a soft hand on the brakes. The world will still be standing when the morning finally breaks. When the morning breaks. Tell me tomorrow, and I will. I promise I will. Tell me tomorrow, we'll meet it on the windowsill, with coffee and with clearer eyes, with hands less full of weight. Tell me tomorrow made me trust that I could wait, made me trust this love is safe. Tell me tomorrow, and you'll be ready, and I'll be calmer, and we'll figure it all out together. Just not tonight. Tonight is for sleeping next to you. We had a hard one yesterday, voices raised, the wound exposed. And then you said you needed time, and I went quiet to my clothes. But this time something different happened than every other time before. You didn't disappear into the bedroom and lock the conversation behind the door. Came back 2 hours later, with your face still soft, not stone. You said I needed to think, I didn't go away to leave you alone. And the relief that hit my chest was bigger than the fight we'd had, 'cause nobody had ever come back to me without making me sad. You don't punish me with silence, just take the space you need. You don't punish me with silence, or let the quiet bleed into something I have to earn back with apology or grace. You don't punish me with silence, you always tell me where you are. You always show your face. I learned from people who would freeze me out for days, sometimes for weeks, who would teach me where I stood by deciding I shouldn't speak. And I came into our love expecting that the silence was a weapon. You taught me silence can be sacred when it's made of breath, not lessons. You don't punish me just take the space you need. You don't punish me with silence or let the quiet bleed into something I have to earn back with apology or grace. You don't punish me with silence. You always tell me where you are. You always show your face. The silence I grew up with could last all the way through dinner. The silence you hand me always returns as a winner, because it isn't punishment. It's just thinking time, that's all. And every time you come back open, I trust the space a little more, a little more, a little more. You don't punish me with silence. You don't make me chase the air. You don't punish me with silence. You always come back where I can find you, where you let me. You always do the work. You don't punish me with silence. And that's the safest love I've found, the safest love on earth. You don't punish me with silence. You take your time, and then you come back, and I love you for that. I love you so much for that. I'm letting you become a memory, the kind that glows instead of burns. I'm letting you become a memory, the sweetest lesson that I've learned. Not every love is meant to last forever. Some are meant to teach you how to feel. I'm letting you become a memory, and finally letting myself heal. I stopped checking if you're watching, stopped rehearsing what I'd say, stopped holding on to conversations that were over anyway. It didn't happen all at once. It happened like the tide. I'm letting you become a memory, the kind that glows we had by setting it free. Thank you for the love, even though it's done. You made me someone worth becoming. I've let you become a memory, and I can finally breathe again. You've become a memory, and it doesn't have to hurt to end. I'll think of you in golden light. I'll smile when your name appears. You're now my favorite memory, and I'm grateful you were here. A memory now. A beautiful one. A beautiful one. Low light, slow air. You're already everywhere. Curtains breathing in the dark. Blue lamp leaning soft and warm. Your shadow moving through the room like something silk and half in bloom. No hurry in the way you turn, no wasted word, no need to burn. You let the silence do its part and move like music through my heart. Come closer, don't break the view. The whole night looks better on you. Low light on your skin, that's where the night begins. Soft enough to pull me in, slow enough to stay. Low light on your skin, every breath feels paper thin, like one touch could let love in and wash the dark away. Your fingers tracing on the glass. Rain outside, but we outlast. The city hums beneath the floor, but I don't hear it anymore. You say my name without a rush, and everything in me turns hush. I never knew a room this small could make the whole wide world feel full. Stay near, don't speak too soon. I want the whole blue hour to bloom. Low light on your skin, that's where the night begins. Soft enough to pull me in, slow enough to stay. Low light on your skin, every breath feels paper thin, like one touch could let love in and wash the dark away. No bright promises, no daylight claims, just the warmth of our unguarded names. If love can live in velvet air, then I making all my edges thin, still making me believe. Low light on your skin, the safest danger I've been in. If this is where the night gives in, then let it give to me. The room stayed blue, and so did we. From the start, we counted days like shooting stars, but no one didn't stop us falling into something beautiful and hard. You tasted like the longest sunset I ever tried to hold. We were the last wave of summer, rolling in before the cold. We were the last wave of summer, worth more than we were told. And I know we couldn't stay forever, I know the season had to turn, but we were the last wave of summer, and we were beautiful to burn. Let it go, let it go. Let it go, let it go. September came without a warning, and you became a photograph, a feeling trapped inside a song that plays and makes the whole world laugh. I don't regret a single second, I'd live it all the same. We were the last wave of summer, rolling in before the cold. We were the last wave of summer, worth more than we were told. And I know we couldn't stay forever, I know the season had to turn, but we were the last wave of summer, and we were beautiful to burn. Let it go, let it go. Let it go, let it go. Some loves are meant to last a lifetime, some are meant to set you free. You were the kind that taught me living, and that was more than enough for me. More than enough. We were the last wave of summer, and I still feel you in the breeze. We were the last wave of summer, the warmest kind of memory. I won't hold on, I won't look back, I'll carry you like golden light. We were the last wave of summer, and you made everything feel right. Last wave of summer. Let it glow. Let it go. The world calls you by your name, your mother calls you something sweet, your friends have their version too. Your boss has one that sounds complete, but none of them have heard the syllable that's only mine, the one that slipped out by mistake and stayed because it felt like light. The name only I call you lives in a language built for two. The name only I call you is the closest thing I have to prove that we created something private in a world that shares it all. The name only I call you is my favorite word to say at all. It started as a joke one evening, something silly, something small, but you lit up when I said it, like you'd been waiting for that call. Now it's how I wake you gently, how I calm you when you're scared, how I find you in a crowded room without a single stare. The name only I call you lives in a language built for two. The name only I call you is the closest thing I have to prove that we created something private in a world that shares it all. The name only I call you is my favorite word to say at all. Everyone deserves a word that only one voice ever speaks, a sound that means I see you, I chose you, you're unique. Not a title, not a label, just a whisper in the dark that opens every door you have and goes straight to the heart. The name only I call you, I'll say it till my very last breath. The name only I call you will outlive every single word I've said, because it carries everything, the laughter and the tears. The name only I call you is the story of our years, the story of our years. The name only I call you. Come here, let me whisper it again, just for you, always just for you. I'm happy for you, at least that's what I say. I'm happy for you, most complicated way. You found the love I couldn't give, you found the arms I couldn't be. I'm happy for you, but don't ask what that does to me. I saw the way you looked at him, the way you used to look at me. That softness in your eyes returned, like spring after the freeze. And I smile because you deserve it, even though it wasn't mine to keep. I'm happy for you, at least that's what I say. I'm happy for you in the most complicated way. You found the love I couldn't give, you found the arms I couldn't be. I'm happy for you, but don't ask what that does to me. He holds you like he means forever, like he studied all my wrongs. He says the things I should have whispered when I had you all along. And I hope he knows how lucky that he gets to hear your song. I'm not bitter, I'm not broken, I'm just standing in the rain, watching someone love you better, knowing I'm the one to blame. And the hardest part of growing up is meaning what you say. I'm happy for you, and this time it's the truth. I'm happy for you, though my heart's still black and blue. You're laughing like you used to before I made you cry. I'm happy for you, and that's the saddest kind of fine, the saddest kind of fine. Happy for you, I mean it, I mean it, even when it hurts. I didn't mean for it to happen. I was fine and then I wasn't. Something small undid the lock on everything I'd kept in storage. My hands went up to hide my face, like I could still pretend, but my body chose the truth before my pride could step back in. You didn't gasp, you didn't panic, you didn't say it's gonna be okay. You just moved closer on the couch and let your shoulder find my weight. You didn't ask me what was wrong, you didn't need to know. You just sat inside the breaking like it was a place you'd go. The first time I cried in front of you, I thought you'd think I'm weak. The first time I felt known. When it stopped, I wouldn't look at you. I stared down at the floor. You lifted up my chin so softly and said, "What was that for?" I said, "I don't know, I don't know." And you said, "That's alright. Not everything needs a reason. Some things just need the night." The first time I cried in front of you, I thought you'd think I'm weak. The first time I cried in front of you, I couldn't even speak. You held the silence like a blanket, and you wrapped it around my bones. The first time I cried in front of you was the first time I felt known. I've been strong for everyone for years without a crack, but you made it safe enough to finally not hold back. And the moment that I broke was the moment that I healed, because someone finally saw me and they chose to stay and feel it with me. The first time I cried in front of you, something ancient came undone. The first time I cried in front of you, I stopped carrying the ton. And I learned that being seen doesn't mean that you'll be left. The first time I cried in front of you was the start of what comes next. The beautiful what's next. The first time you stayed, you just stayed, and that changed everything. Side of the bed, it's only been a couple hours since you kissed me at the door, but the whole room feels too quiet and the bed feels like a floor. I rolled over to your side without even thinking twice, and your warmth is barely there, but I hold on to what's left of the night. Your side of the bed still feels like you. Your side of the bed is the closest thing I have to truth. It's just one night, I know I'll see you by tomorrow's end, but right now I'm holding on to your side of the bed. Your scent is in the fabric, somewhere between sleep and skin. I pull your pillow closer, like I'm pulling you back in. The ceiling looks so different when you're not here, pointing out the shapes you swear are hidden that I never see without you now. Your side of the bed still feels like closest thing I have to truth. It's just one night, I know I'll see you by tomorrow's end. But right now I'm holding on to your side of the bed. It's funny how a person can become your sense of home, so deeply woven into every corner that one night alone feels like a whole geography has shifted underneath. And the bed's still a bed, but it lost the thing that let me sleep. Your side of the bed is cold tonight. Your side of the bed doesn't feel right without the weight of you beside me, without you breathing in the dark. Your side of the bed is where I left my heart. Is where I left my heart. Your side of the bed, come home soon. It's too quiet here without you. I told you my actual opinion about a thing that wasn't cool, the unfashionable thing, the thing I'd usually overrule before saying it in public, for fear of getting it wrong. You just nodded and considered, then asked me to expand on it long. I sent you the photo, the bad one, the awkward one, the one I never put online, the one without filtering done. You said you actually love this version, you can see my real face. And I felt my whole chest unclench for the first time in a long, long age. I'm not curating myself for you, and I didn't know I could stop. I'm not curating myself for you, and the editing dropped off my shoulders all at once, like a coat I'd worn too long. I'm not curating myself for you, and the version that's left is the song, the truest one I've got. With everyone else I'm choosing the angle, the tone, the take. With you I just say things and let them be what they make. Sometimes they're awkward, sometimes I've gotten it wrong. You don't critique my drafts, you just let me be in the song. I'm not curating myself for you, and I didn't know I could stop. I'm not curating myself for you, and the editing dropped off my shoulders all at once, like a coat I'd worn too long. I'm not curating myself for you, and the version that's left is the song, the truest one I've got. The world wants polished, the world wants brand. You just want me as I am, with my opinions and my I've used that aren't all sound. I'm not curating myself for you, and so I'm finally on the ground, not floating above the truth. Oh, I'm not curating myself for you, and I'm finding out who I am. I'm not curating myself for you, and the man underneath the performance every day is finally getting some air. I'm not curating myself for you, and he's not bad, he's actually rare. He's actually rare. This version. I'm not curating, and you still love me. Apparently the unedited me is the one you wanted all along, and it took me years to believe it, but I do now. I do. I do. For years I looked into the mirror and saw what others said. The criticism from a teacher, the voice inside my head, the version of me that disappointed, the version that fell short. But somewhere in the time we've spent, that version has been taught. I caught my reflection yesterday in the window of a store, and I didn't flinch the way I used to, didn't search for what was poor. I just looked back at the man who was looking at me too, and I saw him with kind eyes, the way you've taught me to. I see myself the way you see me, and I didn't notice the shift. I see myself the way you see me, and it's the slowest, gentlest gift. You didn't tell me I was lovely, you just kept looking at me like I was. And after enough mornings, I started believing, because how could you be wrong when you've watched me this long? The voice that used to greet me with my failures and my flaws has gotten quieter since you came, less time to take its pause, replaced by something steadier, your voice repeating words you probably didn't think I memorized, but every kind one I have heard. just kept looking at me like I was. And after enough mornings, I started believing, because how could you be wrong when you've watched me this long? This is what love does when you let it stay long enough. It rewires the way you see, rewrites the inner stuff. You didn't fix me consciously, you just witnessed me each day. And the witnessing itself became the undoing of every cruel thing set my way. Every cruel thing gone. I see myself the way you see me, and it took me by surprise. I see myself the way you see me, with less judgment in my eyes. The mirror isn't an enemy, the reflection isn't a war. I see myself the way you see me, and I wanna keep on being more the man you've helped me see. I see myself the way you see me, and I like him. For the first time, I really like him. Thank you. Thank you. The years have changed the way we look, but not the way you hold my hand. We lost the rush, we lost the youth, but found something they'd never understand. You still laugh the way you did when all of this began. After everything, it's still you. After all the storms we've been through, when the world gets heavy and the colors fade, you're the only constant that has stayed. After everything, it's still you. It was always you. We don't pretend that it was easy. We earned the quiet that we shared. Some nights were long and full of questions, but you were always, always there. We're not the fire we used to be. We're something deeper, something free. After everything, it's still you. After everything, it's still you. It was always you. I've seen you brave, I've seen you brave. I've loved you through every single lane. And if I had 100 lives to live, I'd find you in every one of them. Every single one. After everything, it's still you. And I'd do it all again. Instead, from the start until the end, when my hands forget they're steady, when my voice forgets its way, I'll remember you completely, and I'll whisper through the haze. After everything, it's still you. Still you. Always you. It was always you. I know which footstep is yours before you reach the door. A rhythm slightly uneven, left foot heavier than before. I know the way you sigh when you read something sad, a half breath held and released, like you're letting the story land. I know the speed of your typing when you're focused versus bored. The fast bursts mean you're winning, the slow ones mean you're torn. I know the sound of your thinking, a silence different from the rest, thicker, more deliberate, like the quiet has a pulse inside your chest. I know you by sound, the way a musician knows a song. I know you by sound, and I've been listening all along, not for what you're saying, but the music underneath. I know you by sound, and it's the sweetest thing I'll ever hear repeating. I know your laughter in layers, the polite one for the world, the real one that breaks open when you're caught off guard, unfurled. I know the click of your jaw right before you fall asleep, a tiny mechanical surrender that says I'm safe now, I'm complete. I know you by sound, the way a musician knows a song. I know you by sound, and I've been listening all along, not for what you're saying, but the music underneath. I know you by sound, and it's the sweetest thing I'll ever hear repeating. If I went blind tomorrow, I wouldn't lose a single piece of you, because I mapped your entire being in frequencies the eyes can't use. The rustle of your breathing changing when a dream pulls you away, the hum you make when you're content that you don't know you play. You don't even know. I know you by sound, better than I know you by sight. I know you by sound. In the morning, in the night, and when the world goes quiet and there's nothing left to see, I'll close my eyes and find you in the soundtrack you don't know you leave. The one only I receive. I know you by sound. Your breathing just changed, which means you're about to say something, and I already love it before the words arrive. A trail off in the middle of a thought I'm trying to find. Most people fill the silence with their version of my mind. You don't, you stay completely still, hands folded, eyes on me, waiting like the answer is something only I can see. And I should take my time. Sometimes I forget what I was saying, and you ask me where I've been. You don't make me feel embarrassed for losing track of the in-between. You just gently lead me back to the thread I had let go, and I find it because you waited and let me know it wasn't lost, it was just slow. You wait until I finish my sentence, and no one ever did that before. You wait until I finish my sentence, like the rest of mine could be at the door, and you'd hold it open for me until I could walk it through. You wait until I finish my sentence, and that's the rarest thing that anyone could ever do. You wait, you actually wait. The world rushes the speakers, the world finishes the line. The world hands you a different sentence than the one that you designed. You're the only person who lets me have my own voice. You wait until I find the word, you don't make my words your choice. You wait until I finish my sentence, and no one ever did that before. You wait until I finish my sentence, like the rest of mine could be at the door, and you'd hold it open for me until I could walk it through. You wait until I finish my sentence, and that's the rarest thing that anyone could ever do. You wait, you actually wait. This is what listening is, and almost nobody does it. This is what listening is, and the world's lost the gift of it. You give me the entire pause, you give me the whole space. You wait until I finish my sentence, and I get to find my face. I get to find my voice. You wait until I finish my sentence, and every word feels like mine. You wait until I finish. And now I can speak without rushing, without performing. I just say what I mean, and you're still there. Made a whole evening out of something small. I said, a passing comment on a flavor you found and brought home instead. Most people would have nodded and forgotten by the day. You write the small things down like they're treasures on display. You celebrate weird victories, like I quit drinking soda last month, or I called my brother on Sunday, or I cooked a meal and didn't ruin the fun. Most people would have skipped past these, looking for the bigger marks. You light up my entire kitchen over the smallest little sparks. You make small things big in a world that makes big things small. You make small things big, and you find the gold in all the afternoons that everyone dismisses, the Tuesday no one would recall. You make small things big, and it changed how I see it all. Changed how I see my whole life. Because of you I notice the wins that wouldn't make a list, the moments most people skip, the flickers most would miss. You taught me that a Wednesday can be worth remembering if someone treats it like a gift and gives it light and meaning. You make small things big in a world that makes big things small. You make small things big, and you find the gold in all the afternoons that everyone dismisses, the Tuesday no one would recall. You make small things big, and it changed how I see it all. Changed how I see my whole life. There's a culture out there that only honors mountaintops. You honor the path between them. You honor where I sit and stop. You honor the way I tied my shoes, the way I made it through the day. You make small things big, and in doing that you say that my whole life has been worth honoring all along. You make small things big, and so my small life feels full. You make small things big, and I'm not chasing the impossible. I'm just living, and you're catching every quiet, beautiful thing. You make small things big, and the smallness now means everything. The smallness is everything. You make small things big. Look what you did to me. I see the world with bigger eyes and smaller scope. bigger gratitude. Thank you, thank you. I used to pick my words like outfits, try to be the smartest in the room, hold my stomach in and stand up straight and laugh exactly on cue. And somewhere around month 3 I forgot to keep performing, and you looked at me and said, "That's the you I've been waiting for since morning." It's better when I stop trying, better when I just exist, better when I stop deciding who I think you want me to be. You don't want the highlight reel, you want the ordinary me. It's better when I stop trying and just let you see. I tripped over my sentence, said the wrong name at dinner once. You didn't flinch, you didn't blink, you just said that was fun. I wore the same shirt 3 days running. You said you liked the smell, and I realized the less I try, the more I do it well. It's better when I stop trying, better when I just exist, better when I stop deciding who I think you want me to be. You don't want the highlight reel, you want the ordinary me. It's better when I stop trying and just let you see. What a relief it is to be loved without the stage, to walk into a room and not rehearse what I'm going to say. You gave me the permission that I never gave myself, to just be average, just be human, and still be someone's everything else. It's better when we stop trying, better when we're both a mess, better when we stop pretending that we're more than just our best. Our best is sometimes clumsy, our best is sometimes wrong, but it's real and it's ours, and that's where love lives all alone. That's where love lives. Stop trying, just be you.